Here is all of my audience. One, two, oh no, did I forget to shut the oven off this morning? Oh my goodness, I only washed my hands twice after using the bathroom. Oh my god. These aren't in the right order, facing the same way. Have you ever felt this way? Having the urge to organize a messy desk, wash your hands more than once, or even count your steps is an annoying aspect to have. Some may wish they could be more tidy or be more careful, while others so badly wish the urge to do so would go away. OCD is a very strong and powerful disorder and can be a very confusing and misunderstood. Therefore, my purpose is to inform you on what the implications of OCD are. Throughout my presentation, I will first state what OCD is, second, give specific signs and symptoms of OCD, and third, give my personal input of OCD. According to an article called What is OCD? OCD is a disorder of the brain and behavior. OCD causes severe anxiety in those affected, and OCD involves both obsessions and compulsions that take a lot of time and get in the way of important activities the person values. The constant worries and impulses take over each person's life and almost their mind. Each and every day, they have the urge to say certain things, pray constantly, feel worried, or over-organize. They have the feeling that if they don't do these things, that something bad or wrong will happen. These feelings can be a very dangerous situation, depending upon what the person has in mind of doing. But all in all, how many people are really affected by this? Well, according to an article, Facts and Statistics on OCD, approximately 2.3% of the population has this disorder from the ages of 18 to 54, which outranks mental disorders such as schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and panic disorders. In the U.S., approximately 3.3 million people have OCD, of which you have 0.3 to 1% of the pediatric population and 2% of the adult population. You may think, that's not very many people, but 3.3 million just in the U.S. have it. So think again, people all around you may have this. Maybe even you. Have you ever thought about the weird things you do? To help with understanding what the certain symptoms and signs of OCD are, I have come across the difference between the obsessions of wanting to do the act and the compulsions of actually doing the act. First of all, I will start with the obsession. According to an article, OCD, Signs or Symptoms, Behavior, and Treatment, common obsessive thoughts in OCD include fear of being contaminated by germs and or dirt, or contaminating others, fear of causing harm to themselves or others, intrusive sexually explicit or violent thoughts and images, excessive focus of religious or moral ideas, fear of losing or not having things that they think they need, the idea that things must be lined up just right, and superstitions. Basically, the obsession is the thought process of wanting to do the behavior. Secondly is the compulsions. Common compulsive behaviors in OCD include excessive double-checking of things, repeatedly checking in on loved ones to make sure they're safe, counting, tapping, repeating things, or doing other senseless things to reduce the anxiety. Once again, the compulsion is the act itself, following the obsession. Now here's an example of a woman with OCD. According to the website OCD, a guide for patients and their families. Mrs. C has reoccurring thoughts that she might harm her young child. In reality, she loves her child and is a good mom, but she is constantly plagued by the thoughts that she might somehow lose control and attack him. She has grown increasingly worried that she must be going mad because she has these thoughts. The only way she calms herself is to make particular prayers to herself. This gives her a temporary relief, but the thoughts still come back. Therefore, this is an example of the obsession. Mrs. C has not yet portrayed the compulsions and hopefully never does. Some more examples of compulsions, according to another OCD website, are cleaning, washing, checking, measuring, repeating actions or tasks, or hoarding. These are what make obsessions and compulsions differ. Now that you are aware of the signs and symptoms of OCD and how common it is, I will now discuss a few examples of OCD held in my life. OCD can be a very powerful disorder. Once it's there, it seems like it never goes away. But in time, I have learned to control it. I used to believe I was different or crazy for the things that I did, but as I got older, I realized how much more common it was. But it's still embarrassing. For instance, a woman named Amanda O. stated, "I feel totally different from other people around me. It's hard to hear criticism about the actions I perform that are caused by my OCD. I feel embarrassed. It seems to be all around us, and each person who has it feels the embarrassment of being different." When I was younger, the obsessions and compulsions were a bit stronger. At first, everyone thought I was just a neat freak. I made my bed from the age of 7, washed dishes, and cleaned the house after school. I organized my room every day, counted my steps on the way to school, and never stepped on a crack. My obsessions and compulsions weren't as bad as many people's can be, but they were still there. To this day, I still have each bottle facing the same way, clothes hung in order from colors to long sleeves to short sleeves, and I am constantly the one cleaning. But instead of being annoyed at my compulsions, I use them. I'm a very organized and tidy person and stay on task very easily. Therefore, OCD can be very helpful if one is able to control it. Altogether, I have discussed what OCD is, what are specific signs and symptoms of OCD, and how it has affected my life. I hope this will give you a clear view on what OCD is, and I hope it helps you in the future when diagnosing the behavior. Now is the real question. How many times have you washed your hands today at one time? Think about that. And here is my audience again.